Good morning, everyone. Today we're checking out a brand new video from the Food Theaters about the pizza size conspiracy. I have no idea what they're actually talking about, so let's just hop in and see what they are talking about.
Pizza, pie, za,
Something,
melty,
please.
cheesy glory that has been the centerpiece of parties, gatherings, and hootenannies since the dawn of time, probably. But the one
Not
question
really.
that always gets asked is how many pizzas should I order? Followed by 2 mediums, 1 large, just a bunch of personals? Well, fret not, because we have found the answer, loyal theorists.
Ooh, here we go.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Food Theory, the show that puts the pizza in pizzazz. You may not know this about me, but I love pizza. No. I don't think you understood me.
Everyone does.
I love pizza. New Haven style is my goat, but I will chow down on just about any style of slice. And as a zaficionado, if you will, I will not. Nobody cares, Tom. Nobody cares. Where was I? As a zaficionado, it is my go-to party food. Birthday party, pizza. Super Bowl, pizza.
Okay.
Wednesday night, pizza. But like I mentioned, for some reason,
Not
there's
bad.
always the dilemma of how many a person should order. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's just me, it's a large one with a punch bowl full of Coke and a ladle. But when it comes down to oh, don't give me that. I can hear you type. If you've never done it, get a pie and a ladle and thank me, ladle. Back to the point. Everyone always asks how many pizzas and usually default to large when considering sizes. And
Yeah, my family does about 2 large pizzas.
you would think that large is a
Both
pretty
of
big
us.
duh, but no, because you know what we're about here. And if you don't, hit that subscribe button so you get to know what we're about. But on Food Theory, we're about the whole picture, not just a slice. Because here's the thing, large may not be the best bang for your buck. So stick around to the end of the video because
Oh,
next
yeah?
time you have a get together, you won't have to wonder what size of pizza or how many pizzas to get ever again. But no matter what you do order, just make sure it's not Papa John's. So how do we go about figuring this out? Well,
Yeah, my place, I actually live kind of down the road from a decent small place that's actually one of the greatest. It's Tops Pizza, and it's actually pretty damn good. It's pretty much become the default in my family. Before that was Little Caesars, maybe Domino's, but it's Tops Pizza or nothing now.
well, first things first, let's get on the same page as to which places we're talking about here. We're ruling out all local chains because, let's face it, there's thousands upon thousands in the country, and it would take a small army or me forcing Tom to scour the country with a fine-tooth comb for months and months, which on second thought sounds hilarious, but ideas for another time. We're essentially sticking
Another
with the
time,
big 3,
yeah.
Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's, because of how widely available they are to just about everyone,
What, no Little Caesars?
and they have small, medium, and large sizes. Now that we know
Oh,
the
maybe that's
players, the
why.
next thing we're going to tackle is the simplest question: how many pizzas? Because that's where everything starts. You settle in with 3 of your buddies for a night of Magic the Gathering, and while you shuffle up cards, you order pizza. But things get complicated because what if there's not just 4 of you? Maybe there's 6 because 2 of you brought your begrudging partners to sit there and stare at a game they could not care less about for 3 hours, but you promised them pizza. What do you do then? To answer this, we need to know how much each person will eat. And this is assuming that everyone is down for cheese or the same topping and someone doesn't want a hyper-specific anchovy and pineapple pizza. Luckily,
Oh.
we're not alone in exploring this topic.
Oh, deal.
And most polls and surveys find that the average amount of slices eaten per person in a sitting ranges between 3 and 5. That range accounts for hunger level and the different dietary needs of different people. So splitting it down the
That is
middle,
true.
an average of 4 slices per person, lands us in a comfortable position that minimizes both pizza waste and pizza want, meaning how much people are left wanting pizza by the end of it. It gives us a
Exactly.
clean half pizza measurement per person. Now, that half pizza is regardless of size because both medium and large at all of the 3 chains come with 8 slices. But that doesn't answer the question
Oh,
of how many pizzas
okay.
just yet, because we're still dealing with 2 different sizes.
That's why Little Caesars would be cut out, though, because a medium from them is like only a max of 6.
How many medium
think.
pizzas versus how many large pizzas are 2 very different questions. So which is it? The answer actually comes down to a bit of psychology. See, those 4 slices, the half pizza, is a really nice round number. Makes it easy to know how many pizzas. Just get 1 pizza for every 2 people. But size matters. Psychologically speaking, it's strictly in regards to pizza, but it's all thanks
Yep.
to what's known as the unit bias. This is the idea that people tend to break things down into smaller units, whether it's a slice or a scoop and a pinch of food, and see that as the quote-unquote normal amount to eat, regardless
is
of the
true.
actual size.
Whoa.
On one hand, this means you might
Big
eat an
piece.
entire pizza presented to you that way because your brain says 1 pizza equal one meal. But in a gathering setting, unit bias actually works in the opposite way. Your brain doesn't see one whole pizza, but rather smaller, more manageable slices. What does this mean for us, the pizza orderers in our dilemma? Well, remember that nice round average of 4 slices? That's just an average. If you get a medium pizza with smaller slices, thanks to unit bias, people will tend to eat more and hit that upper range of 5 slices per person. This puts us in an awkward position because now that one medium pizza can't be evenly distributed. You want unit bias to work for you and get large pizzas, because the larger slices will keep people at that 4-slice distribution, which ends up being good for everyone, because 4 slices of a large pizza is actually way more pizza than 5 slices of a medium pizza when you factor in the area. So not only do you get an easy calculation for how many large pizzas you should get, but your guests are actually getting more food in the process. If you really want to get all mathematical about it, this is your equation, where X is the amount of people you're having over. Those fancy little brackets just mean rounded up, but that's only half of the question answered, because we actually have to pay for these pizzas, so we need to see if large is also worth it from a price perspective. Let's face it, pizza is expensive and money don't grow on trees. To figure that out, we need to find out
Though strangely it's made from trees, because you know, it's paper.
How much pizza we're getting per dollar spent. Lucky for us, each of the big 3's medium and large sizes are standardized. Medium clocks in at 12 inches and large is 14. If you remember your math class from, let's say, middle school, you might recall that the area of a circle is pi.
With grade 6th, 7th, or 8th.
Pi times radius squared. And calculating the area of both pies gives us a 40 square inch difference between the two pizzas, with the medium giving us 113.09 square inches and large coming out to 153.94 square inches. See, 2 inches is actually a lot. That's what I meant earlier when I said that half of a large pizza is more pizza than 5 slices of medium. You're getting more pizza area. So far in this episode, we've been mostly focused on gatherings, shindigs, and hootenannies. But what if, like Jason Derulo, you're riding solo? I'm not gonna leave you hanging for that answer. It's just a tad more annoying, because the small pizza is where we see Pizza Hut have to be the difficult one and offer a 6-inch personal size, where the other two have a 10-inch small pizza. So I guess when it comes to size, Domino's and Papa John's do out Pizza the Hut, since their smalls give 78.54 square inches of pie to Pizza Hut's measly 28.27. To be fair though, the Hut's small is just so much cuter. Like I mentioned, small pizza doesn't really enter into the equation of getting pizzas for gatherings. But, fun fact, one small pizza from Domino's or Papa John's is roughly the same area as half of a large pizza. Unfortunately though, no matter which way you slice it, it doesn't make sense to get small pizzas for groups. What this means for you is if you're getting pizza solo, opt for the small. Back to the other two sizes, the area by itself doesn't tell us everything we need to know, because the large sizes also come with a higher price tag, and that may be our breaking point in the decision-making process. But a challenge is nothing to theorists. And yes, I said theorists because I pulled in one of our wonderful writers, Mike, to roll up his sleeves with me and dive into some number crunching. Misery loves company. Not gonna bore you with just how many states and cities, big and small, we started carryout orders for to find out prices, but it rhymes with a Schmidt ton. To find out how much pizza you're actually getting per dollar spent, we took the area of the pizza and divided it by the cost. What we found is that despite prices varying throughout the country, the end results didn't change. So you might be paying more or less depending on where you are, but the relative value is consistent throughout the country. So what did our power rankings end up?
I'm sorry. Why are you showing us pineapple pizzas for this? You could have just gone with the basic pepperoni. Come on.
Looking like. Dominating the number 1 and 2 spots is Domino's, and it's not even close. At a whopping 11 inches and 10.29 inches of pizza per dollar for the large and medium respectively, it blew the other two out of the water. Bronze medal goes to Pizza Hut with 9.63 inches of pizza per dollar. And finally, in 4th place, we see Papa John's, and by a mile, at 8.81 inches. In fact, their large pizza barely beat Domino's small pizza and Pizza Hut's medium in terms of value. I should mention that this is strictly from a pizza size and price perspective though. I'm not here to argue whether one pizza tastes better than the other. I'm just here to help you find out how many and the best bang for your buck. Now, Papa John's does have an XL, which would be in the 3rd place slot, except it throws our slice proportion all out of whack. So you'd have to get an odd amount of pizza that would leave people hungry, or you with too many leftovers for a much higher price point. Thing is, price isn't the end-all be-all, right? Papa John's prides itself on its better ingredients, so naturally there would be a higher price for that quality. Now, again, we're not looking at subjective taste here. If you just like Papa John's more, or Domino's dominates your taste buds, that's the ultimate deciding factor. But as far as value, if you're paying for better ingredients, then it would make sense that you would get more of those ingredients on the pizza. And since everybody knows the best part of pizza is the sauce and the cheese and any toppings you may get, you want to have more of that than crust.
That is
so
true.
We ordered pizza from the 3 chains to see the exact ratio of topping to crust to see if this would shake up the rankings. Unfortunately for John, Papa, things only got worse once we busted out the measuring tape. Domino's continued to widen its lead with an average of 1-inch thick crust and 6 inches of cheese and sauce. Pizza Hut did slightly worse with a 1.5-inch crust, meaning 5.5 inches of cheese and sauce, but Papa John's, when I opened that box, I could immediately tell that something was wrong. And the tape, both the measuring kind and this B-roll, confirms it. J'accuse, Papa John. J'accuse. Your 14-inch pizza is actually only 13 inches. Not only that, but the crust ranged from 1.25 to 1.5 inches, meaning the cheese and the sauce part of the slice was a measly 5. To put this lie into perspective, Domino's crust only makes up roughly 27% of the entire pizza, slightly over a quarter. That's a reasonable amount, but Papa John's crust takes up 40%. So not only are you getting lied to about the size of the pizza, but you're getting nearly half of that pizza as just crust. Meaning, despite paying more for the better ingredients, you're getting less of them than any of the other pizzas. It makes sense for Papa John's because they want to minimize their cost per pizza, and because they pay more for fresher ingredients. If they put as much as Domino's or Pizza Hut, they'd either have to hike their prices up more or take a loss on their pizzas. And obviously, that's not good for business. At the end of the day, what that means for us though is a higher price for less. Unless you're a crust fiend, in which case, power to you, you psychopath. But me, I will stand firm against the lies of John, if that's even his real name. Or if he's even a papa, I don't know anymore. So now, you'll never again have to wonder,
I think Mike is a crust fiend.
What size or how many pizzas to get, whether it's just you and a ladle or the whole gang. And unless you're looking to munch on mostly higher quality dough, stay away from Papa John's and their sad little pepper they throw in the box. But hey, that's just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit. And hey,
Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I want you all to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Link to the original video in the description below, and I'll see y'all next time when we flick back on. Till then, this is Fox, signing out. Peace.